Amudat very far. Deputy Radisio Amudat, the chairman of C5, Katakwi district, the LC5 councillors, the chairman of the district youth council, Katakwi, and your executive, the CAO and all your technical team, and the security team, all the business youth who are exhibitors today, and the musicians who have entertained us, and also those who did not get a chance to entertain us, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. God is good and all the time. First of all, I want to start by appreciating the district, the leadership of the youth in Katakwi district, and the development partners, Action Aid, Youth Fund, Pride Microfinance, and all your colleagues for accepting support and facilitate the celebration of this day today. Thank you very much for that kind gesture to the youth. Allow me also to congratulate the youth of Katakwi district and indeed of the youth of Uganda on celebrating this International Youth Day, which is celebrated under the theme Accelerating Recovery from COVID-19 and Full Implementation of 2030 Agenda, the role of the youth. I congratulate you. As per the theme, all of us get a very strong message from there that whether you are youth, whether you are old or elder, women, the child, person who is employed by government or private sector, there must be a role that you should be playing in the transformation process of Uganda. So I would like to thank the youth of Katakwi for demonstrating maturity and making their contribution in very different capacities towards the transformation of this district. I thank you, the youth of Katakwi. It is very common for human beings to request very fast for their rights. For instance, the political leaders will always ask for their rights very fast. The women would want to ask for their rights very fast. Even the youth would like to ask for their rights and be given full rights. Even the technical people here, I'm sure the cow is even about to say, are we going to get overtime today in case we go beyond 5? That is the right. But the theme here today is about the role. That means that much as the Constitution gives us the rights and any other law gives us the rights, we also have the role to play. And in the theme, it is talking about the full implementation of the 2030 agenda. What is the 2030 agenda globally? It is about education for all. It is health for all, ending hunger, ending poverty, securing our environment, etc., etc. But for the sake of Uganda, that is domesticated in many ways, including the enactment of laws and policies which create a very enabling environment for any age group in Uganda to perform their duties, including the youth. Allow me to appreciate the development partners who rightly cited out that the government has given them a very free atmosphere to perform their duties. So borrowing from that, I would also like to reiterate that government, first and foremost, in collaborating with the youth, has ensured that it provides an enabling environment without discrimination for the youth to thrive and excel and be productive in various capacities. Allow me to cite just 3 ways government has made effort in ensuring that the youth participate fully in the transformation of their country. 1, the provision of infrastructure across the country. Bearing in mind that the youth are the biggest segment of the population in the country, government has endeavored to provide infrastructure, including roads, schools, health facilities, electricity, peace and security, markets, livelihood programs, to benefit all the people of Uganda, but most importantly, the youth. You may wish to note that being the biggest segment of the population in the country, it is obviously clear that when a road is constructed, the biggest segment of the population that uses the road is the youth. To go to school, to go to the market, also to set up businesses by the roads. I want to thank the people who have businesses in Katakwi Town Council here, around those roads, tarmac road. If it was not tarmac, it would be so dusty during dry season, and it would be so muddy during wet season, and it would be so difficult for you to conduct that business. But because the roads were constructed, it is a clean environment for you to do the businesses which you are doing there at the town council by the road, by the roadside. And that's why when we launched that road from Olilim, Guia, Okulia, Okocho, and Yerepo to Omomoja sub-county, what that meant is that everybody will use the road, including the youth. And the youth being the biggest population, are also the most versatile people, energetic. They are the biggest beneficiary of the road. I want to thank the chairman here and the cow, because on the day we launched that road is when the engineer-in-chief assured us that he is willing to offer Katakwi district a low-cost tarmac. After we told him that dust is one of the problems, especially in trading centers, businesses in trading centers. And he agreed that the road from Getom, passing through Ariamriam, Getom to Alupo to Ariamriam, will be constructed using the low-cost tarmac. Apparently, we were supposed to launch that road in Togo next month, but I will be out again on another assignment by His Excellency the President. So I have decided to move it until I come back from my assignment for obvious reasons. I don't want the drama to go and shine there alone, because we are now used to shining together. The chairman has accepted the way. You clap for the chairman. His Excellency the President is also aware that there are so many businesses which are being conducted between Kokoreo, Toroma, Katakwi, Usuk, up to Rumokona, that road coming from Kumi. So His Excellency the President has agreed that first and foremost, that road from Kumi to Matenga, Kokoreo, Toroma, coming to Katakwi here, going back to Usuk and Orumo, will be upgraded to a first-class maram. And then consequently to a tama. And there are so many youth who do businesses in Kokoreo Center. There are so many youth who do businesses in that place called Uba Kudi, Uba Umodo, Uba Umagoro. Then when you go this side, you go to Olela, Usuk Center, Kodachar. Very productive businesses. So when that road is changed into a tarmac, it will make a very big impact on the sustainability of the businesses along that road. But most importantly, there are very many cattle markets also with that road serves, sometimes linking the business from Uganda to Kenya. So it will also quicken but also enhance in a very quick way the movement of goods and services along that axis. There is a road which is very popular from Soroti to Serere, then from Mora to Serere to Kabara. Even that road is going to be tarmacked. It's actually in the process of being tarmacked. When you move from Soroti to Kalaki, the minister here uses tarmac. So the whole of Teso, just like other regions, are being linked very well by road, but also those areas with water are being linked by government by provision of ferries, like the one we have in Kokoreo to Matenga, which many of you may have used. And I am still persuading all of you to persuade me also to use it for once. Many people here know how to swim, so when they go to the ferry, they jump very fast. Like Dr. Muron, I'm told he grew up eating fish near the lake. I've gone there twice, but I come back and go back and pass through the road. But one day I will also get a courage and use that road. But the idea is that government is establishing all those infrastructures so that we use them for fighting poverty, to take goods, to take our products, to take our produce to the market, or to go and trade in markets outside and inside Katakwi conducively. The day when we shall launch that road, tarmac road from Getong to Adembiam, we shall come with engineers from the Ministry of Works and the Minister of Works himself to go and assess the landing site in Amusha, which the RDC here has identified that can have a small boat, motor boat, to cross people from Amusha to Kumi, and also another landing site in Kamenu, in Magoro, which the leaders there have identified that it requires a small boat, motor boat, to cross people from Kamenu to Magoro. Allow me to thank the health team for managing within the limited resources they have. Limited in terms of infrastructure, limited in terms of equipment, maybe also in terms of human resource, and maybe also drugs, but managing to the required standard to keep the health of the people of Katakwi district. I thank you very sincerely. Government is going to upgrade Katakwi Hospital. Already there are plans to establish a multi-purpose ward of 2 stories. I'm told 2 stories for children, for women, for men, in order to reduce on the congestion in the wards. I have just visited the wards. The people in the wards like that, the way the people in the tent there are, that's how the wards are. I think in the condition in which they are, it's not fair to keep them like that. It was supposed to have been last month, because this is the beginning of the financial year. We'll go and fast track it to the Ministry of Health, when we'll come and do the groundbreaking ceremony, so that the establishment of that complex commences expeditiously. So the youth were asking for a fair upgrade of all health facilities across the district. In my view, after speaking about Katakwi General Hospital, the next is Toroma Health Center 4 and Musuk Health Center 4. What the plan also is to upgrade Toroma Health Center 4 by the establishment of the doctor's house, and also the doctor should be posted there immediately because it's the health center 4. And also the theater, Toroma Health Center 4, the theater will be established. I have seen the plan also of fencing it and also adding wards. Today we are receiving an ambulance, DHO. Me, I'm a member of parliament for Toroma, Hungarian and Usuku. Our policy as government is at least every general hospital, district hospital must have an ambulance. And of course, the regional referral hospitals, obviously. But the idea also is to have an ambulance in all health center force. Recently, the Ministry of Health received ambulances, which were a donation from the government partners, and they are yet to allocate those ambulances to district. I have requested the Minister of Health to allocate you 2 other ambulances, because you have Toroma Health Center 4 and Musuk Health Center 4. So that this one, which we are receiving today, does not get constrained. One of the reasons, Minister, why these ambulances, maybe we complain that they get ruined very fast. When you put one here, and it has to run around all the 20 sub-counties, and when you calculate the distance from Magoro and Misa, the other hospital, the other ambulances works in that side. So you will preserve them longer and also maintain them better. So from today onwards, all of you should remain kneeling your knees down so that the other instruction of the minister comes first. So that the other 2 ambulances, if they are brought, will help you to deploy them well. So that there is balance of services, of government across the district. And that's how we have always worked here in this district. We balance the service delivery. Government will continue establishing secondary schools in every sub-county in Katakwi district. Recently, I'm told the council sat in a very charged atmosphere to discuss the establishment of secondary schools and technical institutions in the district. But by policy, every sub-county will get their secondary school. We promise you as your leaders to ensure that every sub-county will get their secondary school. Why they don't get at once is because the whole of Uganda has sub-counties without secondary schools. So when we get a budget for new secondary schools, we distribute them across the whole country. So we shall also be getting them in installments, like the way other districts are getting in installments until all the sub-counties are fully covered. So for those sub-counties where the secondary schools are being established, I congratulate them, and we pray that the ministry fast tracks the expeditious completion of the seed schools in those sub-counties so that other sub-counties can also get the seed schools. There is also a policy of government, Mr. Kao, that every county, every district must have a technical institute. But under circumstances where resources are permit, every county must have a technical institute. Because skilling is a very important component in education, which empowers the learner with immediate readiness to address the challenges in the world of work. Government will complete the establishment of those stalls in Ochorimong market, which government started establishing, and also that rice mill in Ochorimong market. But government has also made plans to modernize the Katakwi main market. It is going to be worked on also. The Minister of Local Government told us when we were in Abarakakere commissioning the silos there, which was constructed under legs. So Katakwi main market will also be modernized and built to match the standards of the town council. The youth livelihood programs will continue to be offered by government. The youth livelihood program will continue, and all those other programs to fight poverty. I call upon the youth to take advantage of those livelihood programs. Be it PDM, be it Women Fund, be it youth livelihood. It is all meant to empower all the people of Uganda who are still outside the money economy. That is about 39% of the people to get into the money economy. So I would want you, the youth, to get interested in those programs. That is the infrastructure which government is doing in order to make the youth ready to change themselves for the better. Most importantly, of course, peace and security. Katakwi district, as you heard the LOC1 chairman talking, it's one of the districts which was heavily affected by the cattle rustling issues of our uncles, the Karamojong. And after the disarmament of 2008, the major disarmament of 2008, where over 50,000 guns were recovered from Karamoja, people in Katakwi were now able to return to their villages for the first time in 40 years' time. For the case of Anisa people, for the case of people of Wea, for the case of people of Okolonyo, in 40 years, Ngaria, Mokore, 40 years they were in the camp, but they managed to return. But the LOC1 chairman, as you say, I want the DPC to hear this, and also the DISO. Katakwi is still having that problem of cattle thefts. Cattle thefts by cattle rustlers from Karamoja. The same thing is also happening inside Karamoja, cattle thefts. But I would like to ask the communities of Katakwi, especially those who have been named or who have been suspected to be collaborators, to desist from that habit. Because you fuel it. Let's cut ourselves off from those cattle thieves, so that we give the opportunity to the security team to do their work well. Because cattle rustlers are still being pursued by government under the disarmament program. They are still being pursued by government through other interventions of livelihoods, establishing valley dams in Karamoja, also encouraging Karamoja to do not nomadic pastoralism, but farming, which is settled farming. And the government is moving also to establish industries in Karamoja so that we psychologically disarm those who are still interested in cattle theft and cattle rustling. So I want to assure the people here, the youth, that the future is very bright, and it is very clear that soon the cattle theft will also be curtailed completely by government. Because we came from far, we know where we are now, and we all know where we would like to go. So that is one way government is preparing ground for the youth as a matter of policy. Infrastructure, in many ways, as a matter of policy, as I have articulated. Secondly, the government also has given the youth opportunity to serve today in different leadership positions. An advantage which has enabled the youth to raise their voices and their concerns, especially in line with budgeting and the making of policies by government, so that the youth themselves speak issues which affect them. We have the youth in the LC1 Council, very important council at the grassroots level, which makes decisions in the village. We have the youth at the LC3 Council, a very important council which makes decisions at the level of the sub-county. We have the youth at the LC5 Council, a very important council which makes decisions at the level of the district. We have the youth at the municipalities which make councils in the municipality at the level of the municipality, and the ward and the cell in that direction. We also have the youth in parliament as a matter of policy, actually as a matter of constitution. It's constitutional for Uganda to have the youth in the parliament. And by policy, we have the National Youth Council, whose structures begin from the village up to the national level. So I'd like the youth also to look at that direction as one of the areas where government has paid very keen attention to attracting the issues of the youth by enabling them to speak by themselves. And when the youth were speaking from there, they said they are the youth of today and the youth of tomorrow. I want to repeat that you are the youth of today and also the youth of tomorrow. A long time ago, they used to say that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. No, you are the youth of the leaders of today and also tomorrow. So that is President Museveni who gave me that opportunity. If I were here, I would be clapping for President Museveni. But I know you are all his supporters. And when you keep quiet like that, I know you are just saying that if there was a ballot box here, we would just take the old man with the hat. So having given you all those options, all those openings, we as government now look forward to a very disciplined youth, a youth with the correct ideology, and a youth who have acquired some skill and are educated. And that's why we are always guiding that when we talk about jobs, the jobs are in commercial agriculture, industry, services, and ICT. And with hard work, with all those 4 sectors, all of us will always find something to do. And that's why I want to congratulate the other youth for demonstrating that we can do something to earn a living. We can do something to change our lives. We can do something and showcase even within our means. Let's clap for the exhibitors. Because from those exhibitors, they have shown that those are jobs. What is a job? A job is something that gives you gainful employment, gainful living. Something which is gainful. So that means that even selling bananas is a job. Selling sweet potatoes is a job. Selling the other bags is a job. Selling the other suitcases of savings is a job. And all those items there, even being a boda is a job. Because when you talk about commercial agriculture, all those products from agriculture are products which have now demonstrated that to make agriculture commercial, you can be able to do. Then industry is the other boxes. Industry. That is now industry because you go through some machine. Whether it's a small machine or a big one, but that's now under industry. Even shoes under industry. Under services, who is under services there? Because services is like working in a bank, like action aid, that is service. Working in a bank, working in the office like these technical people, that is services. Then the other one is ICT. ICT, you see that journalist there. He's typing something in his phone. He has a job. Through ICT, he's earning. He's now sending to his manager in this media house. But also from Google, you can get market, how to sell, where to sell your product. Through ICT, from Google, you can know which product is of high value. We have always guided that a few products of high value for the youth to engage in Katakwi here are dairy farming, fish farming, poultry farming, fruit farming. The other one is what? Coffee and food. And bigamy for those who are not Muslims. So if we all pick an activity and we excel in it, it becomes our business, and as long as we earn through it, it becomes our job. So I would like to call upon the youth to exercise high discipline, first discipline by being responsible to yourself. I heard one of the leaders speaking here that we want the youth. I know those youth are not here. You will tell the youth, if there are any, who do activities which are contrary to the law. And those activities even harm themselves. Self-discipline. Self-discipline means you keep away from activities that endanger your health, like promiscuity. You keep away from habits that endanger